In this video, we will provide an overview of the response tags and response tag groups within MemberInsight. Within a member's response, both in the responses section as well as the to-do list, you'll notice that words will be flagged based on the score that they've provided. These words are the keywords being pulled from their response and are known as our response tags. By default, any tag words will automatically be associated to the type of response they provided you. So if we look at Mike's response, all the keywords that are being pulled are being noted as a negative feedback. So as you're looking through the responses or your to-do list items, definitely take a look at those response tags. Because even though Mike gave us a detractor response, notice that he's actually saying he loves the spa and the staff are great. So those aren't necessarily negative comments. So what you can do is come into your response tag, click on the drop down, and we're going to switch this over to a positive comment. The reason we suggest maintaining those response tags is because I'm going to show you that you can actually pull reporting on your tags, and we can connect those tags over to different areas within our club. So we can see what areas of our club are getting really great positive comments versus areas of the club that might be getting a bit more negative comments. If you have associated your response tags over to a response tag group, you'll notice that the main group will be listed in the member's response here. Now the system's pretty good at pulling all the applicable response tags from a member's feedback. However, if there's any keywords that you do want to add a response tag, all you have to do is click Add Tag, label your tag, give it a rating, and click Add. Now let's actually navigate over to our response tag section. We can do that by clicking on Settings and selecting Response Tags. Here we can see existing tag groups on the right that were created based on the departments you have set up, plus any other tag groups you might be interested in, including one for your staff. So first, let's take a look on how we can create additional tag groups. To do that, you're going to navigate over to the Group Settings tab. From here, we're going to go ahead and click the Add Group button. So your groups are going to be based on where you want to pull that reporting. So i.e. the different areas at the club that members are providing feedback on. So maybe, for example, we have our dining. I can go ahead and click Add, okay, and that's going to add it to my list. Feel free to add more tag groups as needed. Just note, when you do add a group, it automatically puts the search just for that group. So simply clear out that name, click Go, and it will bring back all your groups for you. From here, you can go ahead and click on a group. And we do have the ability to add tags directly from the screen, but I'm going to show you a bit easier way to do that. You do have the ability to click the delete button if you decide you don't want to use this tag group. And so I can delete. And yes, I want to delete that tag group. So now let's switch back over to our response tags tab. On the left here are all those tag words that are being pulled from the member feedback. So the words in this list are specifically being pulled from that member feedback. If you're looking through this list of tags and you think, you know what, I'm never going to need to report on the word area, you can click the X button if you like, which will mark that tag as an ignored tag and can be found in your Ignored Tags tab. However, you don't have to do that, that's just optional. If you're looking for a word that's not here, you can simply go ahead and type in here, click Go, and it will search for those tags for you. If a response tag has a tag icon located to the right of it, that means it's already a part of a tag group. If you hover over the tag icon, it will indicate what tag group that response tag is currently a part of. Now, in order to add a tag over to our tag group, all you have to do is click and drag. You can also click and drag between your tag groups, again by just clicking and dragging. Just note that we can only use a response tag within one tag group. So try and think about where that tag is most beneficial for that group. If there is a tag in one of the groups that you decide you don't need anymore, simply click the X and it will remove it for you. So remember that you want to assign your response tags to the most applicable group for accurate tracking and reporting on how different areas of the club are performing. Lastly, there is the Ignored Tags tab. So by default, the system will automatically add some response tags that you typically won't pull reporting on. But if there is any response tags you did mark as ignored, you can feel free to come in here, click on it, and click Restore as Tag. So now that we've seen how to adjust those response tag ratings within our responses, as well as how to add those response tags over to our groups, let's take a look at the reporting. But first, we're going to navigate over to the dashboard. Because directly on the dashboard, under the How Can I Improve section, we can actually see our response tags as well as those response tag groups. The left-hand side is going to list all the response tag groups that have associated tags to them. And if you hover over the colored areas, it will tell you the number of positive, neutral, and negative comments that have been made for that specific area of the club. Clicking on that specific tag group will take you right into the report as well. On the right-hand side is the quick win, and this is the area you really want to focus on because it's going to pull the tag group with the most negative mentions. So right now we can see that our greens is the area of the club that needs the most improvement, as that's where we're getting the most negative comments. To view the reports, you can also navigate over to the report section and take a look at your response tag groups report. In here you do have filters at the top, so feel free to use those. You have your chart that will break down the tag groups for you, including the number of positive, negative, and neutral comments. And you also have details. So if you like, you can click on any one of these columns, and the responses seen here will reflect the specific column you've clicked on. From here, if you like, let's say you want to take a look at all my positive comments for staff and service, we can go ahead and click on this arrow to download a CSV file. Feel free, to take that recipient name out and actually post those scores and comments throughout the club to show all the great things that your members are saying. If you click on a member's response, it will take you over to the full layout of the member response. Response tags can be changed from the Report, To Do, or Responses tab, even after a to-do list item has been completed.